Greetings and welcome to our fifth Tai Chi class for the summer. And I hope you are enjoying the class. I hope you're well. And let's begin. So I like to begin with a deep breath. And I also like to sigh a little bit. So kind of releasing the day, releasing any excitement. And bringing the focus onto myself as you bring your focus onto yourself. Let's do a little body scan. I find this very helpful because sometimes I find myself like this. If I know where I hold my tension, it is in my left shoulder. And so maybe you know where you hold your tension as well. So I like to start with my face, and right away I have the inner smile. And then I think about my neck and shoulders, make sure that they're heavy, relaxed. Some people hold tension in their arms. So scan your arms, come down from the shoulders into the upper arm, into your elbows, your wrists, your fingers. And then let's take a slow, deep breath, noticing the length and quality. And can you sense your shoulder blades? Let them be heavy. Go ahead and wiggle your neck. A lot of people hold tension in their neck. You can even hold tension in your pectoral muscles. So we want to soften. Maybe breathe into your thoracic spine, your lower spine, the lumbar. Just notice how it feels if there's tightness. We're just noticing. And usually when we notice, our body adjusts itself and they soften. The muscles begin to relax. You hold tension in your belly. Most of us do. So let that belly relax. Relax your the core muscles and the floor of your core. So the anus is relaxed, the kegel muscles relax, the sphincter. Notice softening in your glutes and legs. And follow that softening down your legs into your feet. Imagining spacious knees and thighs. And sense your skin softening. Or imagine. I like to imagine my skull softening. So like that bone around my brain. In my head, I just like to imagine my whole skull softening so that there's a little more space for my brain. And take a deep breath into your brain. And let's connect to the three treasures of energy, the three external forces which we can draw upon. And we work with them with our Tai Chi. I like to start with the earth. My feet are planted. I soften and I imagine my roots going deep. It connects me to the earth. It makes me feel grounded, holds me steady. And then I like to connect to that infinite sky above me. And I imagine if I'm a tree, I'm reaching upwards, but I really like the cue of imagining the crown of your head opening. They call this the Bai Wei point in Chinese medicine. And that translates to the point of celestial convergence. And in my mind, what that means is all the celestial sky, the universe, is coming right into me at the top of my head, and it's flowing down through my body. As you know, our roots are porous and they absorb, so that invites the yin to flow upwards. And they meet at the heart, and I smile to my heart. I'll sense my skin, and I let my heart soften. And I breathe gratitude for all the other living beings, the trees, the food that I eat, all the animals that we find joy with and find so cute, and even the scary ones. And we are all connected right now, all alive. Today, the passage I'm going to read is from, this is one of my absolute favorite books. This is called The Sage's Tao Te Ching, Ancient Advice for the Second Half of Life. And this by William Martin. And I will send you a picture of this along with the reading. William Martin is he's not so much a translator as an interpreter. So he takes messages from more traditional Tao Te Chings and he interprets them in a way, and especially in this book, Ancient Advice for the Second Half of Life, the messages are geared towards people over 40. And so it's very accessible. It makes sense. He wrote one of Oprah's favorite books. It's on her 100 must-read book, and it's called The Parents' Tao Te Ching. So more famous than this one, but I like it. And I'm going to read 52, which is kind of a classic. If you do have a Tao Te Ching, other translations in your home, look up number 52. This will sound very different, but I think you'll find the similarities. And I think it's apropos for our class, which is all about transformation, change, shifting one emotion to another one. This is called It's a Matter of Choice. The world has said that those who do the right things, choose the right careers, work hard, and avoid mistakes shall satisfy their desires and be at peace. The sage knows that this is an illusion born of fear. Great accomplishments do not bring peace. Massive failures do not bring despair. The choice between peace and despair is an inner choice, and we can make that choice at any moment. And he goes on to say that I see much despair among the aging that is so unnecessary. Our history does not determine our present. Peace is always available to us. It is a matter of choice. Which is our emotional state is a matter of choice. I can choose to forgive someone. I can choose not to go down that downward spiral into fear, worry. Oh boy, I've done it. We've all done it. I don't want to do that. So it's that beautiful pause. There's the reaction and the response. React is kind of like what we immediately do. Someone cuts us off. We might go, "Wow." Well, if we take a little breath, oh, maybe they, had something important. Instead of going into anger, go into forgiveness or at least patience. So with that, let's bring our awareness to our alignment. So important as we align our spines, we align our breath. And we think about our minds. What choices are we going to make? Let's rub our hands together. I thought we would do some neck massage as our self-massage today. It always makes me feel good, get more space. We hold a lot of tension in our neck. So think about the yin rising from your feet, the yang flowing down from the celestial sky. It convenes in your heart. So let's breathe to our hearts. And imagine electricity going down your arms and into your hands and fingers. Let's do a little clap. Let's take our spear fingers and put them in your occiput. So the occiput is that little bowl that's right at the top of the neck, right at the base of the skull. And I like to apply a little pressure. And I also like to find the edges. So dig in there, release tension. This is called the jade pillow in Chinese medicine. And it's considered the center of your dreams. So we all have dreams. And If we can massage the old ones out, we have space for the new ones. And then we have something called the occipital ridge. It goes from your occiput all the way to your earlobes. It's kind of that right where your head and neck meet. My favorite way to access that is to make fists, and I'm going to use the top of my the little pinky finger, this knuckle here, not that one, but this one. And I rub that knuckle right into the occipital ridge. And it might feel better closer to the ears. It might feel better at the top. You don't want to push so hard that you're in pain so that it feels good. Let's take a deep breath. And then go ahead and wiggle. Wiggle your neck. Wiggle your head. You might, I wish you could hear what's going on in my head. You have crack, crack, Rice Krispies, snap, crackle, pop. But we're releasing old trauma that our necks might have experienced. Next, let's take our fingers and we're just going to go like this on the back of our neck. I like to bring my arms up, tip my chin forward, and I pull the flesh in. Just pulling it in, coming up and then through the middle of the neck and then down towards the shoulders. You can see if one place feels better than another, feel free to spend a little more time there. All of these essential fluids flow up from our body into our head, and fluids flow back down from our head, back down to our bodies. So when our necks get tight, things can get stuck. So it's nice to keep a supple neck. Let's take one hand and cup your hands. Your fingers are cupped, and we're going to bring the hand across the neck and apply a little pressure on your fingertips. So wherever your elbow is, look the other way. And then tip your head back and begin to rotate your head so you can see that elbow. And so I'm dragging my fingers across my neck all the way to about the ear. And then I look over again, away from the shoulder, from the elbow, and I drag. And I'm pulling across those tendons and those muscles. I can go up towards the occiput or down towards D7, big bone. And you might notice that there's a place on your neck that wants a little love or a little rub. So feel free to make circles if that feels good. Spend more time. So let's do two more with the dragging. And you can lift your chin up to really get in there. You can move your shoulders. It's all good. And then we're going to wiggle our heads and necks again. Maybe there's more releases. You can lift and lower your shoulders. Exhale through your mouth. And we're going to do the same thing with the other hand. We bring, cupping the fingers, look away from the elbow, and then tip your head back a little and drag across. And do it again. Thighs are good. The one thing about self-massage, you get all the benefits and it doesn't really cost you anything except a little bit of effort. And we can massage ourselves at home, watching TV. It's a nice thing to get that blood and energy flowing, especially in the neck. Let's do three more, pulling across. You might notice some sticky places. Feel free to take time and stay somewhere if you need to. And last one here. And then again, move your shoulders, move your head. Ooh, feels more spacious. Notice how your neck feels. Look around. You can make some head circles. And for whatever reason, I'm not hearing so many snap, crackle, and pops. Let's go the other way. And then give yourself a gentle sway, nice loose neck. And spend another 20 seconds or so, whatever feels good. Sometimes I like to go up and down on either side of the cervical spine, or sometimes I like to go right on top of the cervical spine. So just spend the next 15 seconds or so noticing what feels good and thanking your neck. Hopefully we loosened it up, and very nice. I'm going to stand up. You're welcome to join me. You're also welcome to sit. Let's reestablish our connection to earth and heaven by coming into tree pose. Knees are slightly bent, toes forward. Think about your tail reaching into the earth. Feel yourself sinking from the waist down. Heavy, heavy legs, heavy bones, heavy pelvis. And from the waist up, let's imagine we're floating. Lengthen, tuck your chin, draw your head back slightly. Not a big chin tuck, just a little one. Crown facing the sky as we smile to the yang energy, smile to the yin, and everything in between. Let's open. Let's do a little sage as we arch up, look up, stretch. Let's see how far you can bring your arms back. Get that nice stretch. And then coming back to neutral, soften your arms. Let's ring the temple bell, adding a bending and straightening of the legs. Hands tap the body. Still a little organ massage. We work with our organs with 5-element Tai Chi. So let's come down to the pubis and thank your elimination organs. Thank your tailbone in the back. Working your way up beneath the navel. Thank your sexual organs. And then thank your sacrum. Big flat bone. Come up a little higher. Let's thank our digestive organs. So I'm tapping my navel. And in the back, I'm tapping right behind the navel. If I had a navel on the spine, the Ming Men, the gate of life. Let's take a deep breath and we begin to open the gates to enlightenment. And now let the hands touch your ribs, front and back. Let's wake up the kidneys in the back. They're the water element associated with fear and doubt and depression and also fearlessness. Trust and knowing. Think about your right rib cage as you tap to the right, waking up our liver and gallbladder. That is associated with the wood element. Think flexibility of a tree. Emotions are anger versus forgiveness. And now think about your left side, waking up the spleen and stomach. That is the earth element. And the emotions associated are confusion, worry, stress, anxiety. And we like to transform that into clarity and overall a sense of well-being, a peace of mind. Let's come on to the sternum, stimulating our thymus in Chinese medicine. That's in charge of our immune system. So thank your immune system. And then connecting with your heart. That is the fire element. Emotions are joy and passion. Getting our creative juices flowing. We tap out hate. We tap out impatience. We tap out lethargy. And then find your lungs. Nice deep breath. Lung is the metal element. It reminds us that we shine like beautiful silver and gold. But the emotions also are grief, sadness, wishing things were different, guilt, regret, and shame. We tap that out and we transform those into accepting what is and choosing to accept what is with courage and dignity and strength to continue on despite great loss, great sadness. Thank you, lungs. And then let's do a couple more. Let's go over the shoulder, little stretch for the tricep. Last one each side. And good. Let's bounce. Exhale through your mouth. Shake it out. You don't have to lift your heels, but you can. You can shake your feet, moving energy, moving blood. Very nice. Let's return to Wuji. So no tension in the shoulders and elbows. The hands are by the solar plexus or by your navel. Let's bring our awareness to our spine. See if you can breathe into the spaces between the vertebrae. Exhale fully. And then let's take the deepest breath of the day. And we're going to hold it for about 5 counts. Relax, hold, and then let's let it go through the mouth. A little gentle stream of smoke leaves your body, old energies, old thoughts. And let's smile to our mind. And let's gather peace of mind in our arms. Imagine we're holding it like we're hugging a tree or bear. And then we let that energy be absorbed into our bodies. We're going to do a Qigong movement before we move into our Tai Chis. And this one is one of the most powerful ones I know. It's called Phoenix Rising. And it's fairly simple. And I use it for a lot of different things. And today we're certainly using it for our emotional health, which is the focus of this class. And one foot comes forward. My weight is on the back foot. And the movement's simple. I reach behind me. It's like I'm gathering. And I bring my arms forward, and it's as if I'm placing something on the ground. And then I shift the weight back. I gather and I place on the ground. So you have options here. You can keep the arms low if you like. If you're tired, and your arms might get tired. If you're full of energy, you can bring the arms up overhead. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you. It's up to your body, how you're feeling today. But then we bring the intention. So the phoenix in Chinese mythology lives to 1,000 years old. This big immortal bird represents the empress. And during her 1,000 years, she, has illness, she has grief, she loses friends, she is scared, she gets angry, and she creates, like all of us, we carry around some baggage. So we're reaching in and we're grabbing all of our baggage and we place it onto what's called the funeral pyre. We inhale, and this is the kindling for our fire. So you reach out back and you gather your regrets, the wish I would have done something different. Put that in there. You gather fears and you place that into the funeral pyre. You gather all the stress in your life. Any hate that you've experienced. So you're getting the idea. And so we're going to do about 4 more with the breath so we can slow it down. What are you reaching back for? What are you ready to burn up? And then there's one more. And the palms face the earth. Breathe into your heart and send the fire from your heart into your palms. And imagine you're lighting your funeral pyre. So the phoenix places herself or himself and lights the fire. And then we reverse the movement. So the fingers and arms come up. We can shift the weight to the back leg, open. And then we shift forward again. Palms are down. So we're watching the smoke go up. Imagine sparks flying through the air. You can hear the kindling crackling. And all of your baggage, all the stuff you didn't want to hang on to, bring into your next lifetime, going up in flames. And then the phoenix begins to rise out of the ashes. So your fingertips are heavy as you begin to pull yourself out of the ashes. You are the phoenix. And you pull yourself out and you imagine you have wings and you bring that phoenix from the fire into your body. So you just imagine breathing the phoenix in, becoming the phoenix. Let's do two more. Phoenix is immortal, magical, mystical, powerful. Last one. And let's place our wings on our bellies. Let's put the other foot forward. We won't do quite as many since we know what we're doing now. Shift the weight to the back leg and begin to place the kindling into the fire. No regrets, self criticism. You can even use this and reach into past lives if you feel like you've brought certain things forward. You can gather from other lifetimes and unload, release. I invite you to think about what you are putting in the fire with intention. Think of two or three things. We'll do two more. So you have a nice, well, you may not have a big pile. Some of us have big piles. And I breathe into my heart. Imagine the fire element in my heart flowing down my hands, igniting the fire. And I reverse the arm. So I start to imagine smoke going up, all the stuff I didn't need burning up, crackling away in a beautiful fire. Let it go. Good riddance, I say. And when you're ready, and you can know you can do this as long as you need to do it, but in the interest of time today, we're going to begin to pull ourselves out of the fire, rise out of the ashes, reborn, renewed. And let's do one last one as we become the phoenix. And let's keep our wings straight out in front of us. And we're going to bring the palms in. Our wings come in and then they go out. So we are flying directly straight up into the sky, away from the fire. Inhale. Feel your strength. There's resistance as you move through the air, as if you're underwater. We're pushing the air. We're getting away from the fire, getting away from all that stuff we burned up. Let's do one more. Let's keep the wings out and let's tip our wings. And Grace, look, have your vision look down towards your bottom wing where the fire was. And you acknowledge the lessons learned. You acknowledge what you burnt up, all those things that made us better people. And then we tip our wings the other way. We see it from a different perspective. And then let's follow this wingtip up to the sun or up to the sky, where the sky is boundless. And we know that we are going to live another 1,000 years unencumbered by everything we just let go of. The sky is the limit. We get to choose our destiny. Let's bring our wings parallel to the earth and then give your phoenix a beautiful hug. Know that you are resilient. Know that you can rise from trauma, even find rebirth and renewal. And I consider emotional distress traumatic. So I love the phoenix. So if you want to have, if you have an issue, you want to move forward, you don't want to do the whole Tai Chi, you can do just parts, or you can practice phoenix rising. I think it's a wonderful practice. Another colleague is using it in her grief workshops. So really good to let go of, releasing the grief and becoming, rising up out of trauma. The phoenix is associated with the heart, just like the crane. So it's one of the animals we practice in summertime. And I thought we would go right into the white crane spreads her wings. So we're already birds. You can wiggle your tail feathers. You can shake your wings out. And remember, for this, the toes are a little on the diagonal, like a 45-degree. They're not pointing straight forward. So think about your spine. And then we're going to go. We'll do it twice. So we inhale, fingertips to the ground, and with the exhale, fingers to the sky. And there's a gentle push. With the inhale, the fingertips drop down. The hands come closer to the heart. And with the exhale, we push. We inhale, gather, and then we release right away. Exhaling. We tuck our wings, the fingertips come up to the waist, and then the palms face behind us. Exhale. Inhale, wings overhead. Exhale, open. Touch the thumb and first finger, make the mudra with the inhale, come down, stimulate your temporal lobes, touch your temples, stimulating memory, and then release. Palms down. Inhale, roll the palms up, bring the mudra to the temples again. And then exhale, reach for the sky. My hands are touching, and then I pull the sky energy, the sun, the moon, the stars, right into my lower dantian, my physical energy field. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then place one hand into the next, thumbs touch. With the inhale, we begin to twist. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We reach down for what nourishes us. We pull it up through our body into our hearts. And now we get to spread our wings. We inhale. And the wingtips cross in front of the heart with the exhale. Inhale. Spread your wings. Be curious. Try new things. Meet new people. Inhale. Exhale. And if you like, Emily asked last week, are we connecting to yin and yang? Well, sure we are. We're connecting to the earth, connecting to the sky, and bringing that energy right into the heart where it makes the Tai Chi, the yin yang symbol. Let's clear. Inhale, gather. Exhale, release. Inhale, and fold your wings. And relax. A little shake. We'll do that again. But before we do, I like to do a little balance in every class. It's so healthy for us. So our feet are hip distance apart. This is familiar. This is called flying crane. So we inhale, float up, exhale, sink down, rising, sinking. You can even work with yin and yang here. As you inhale, the yin rises up. And as you exhale, the yang floats down into the ground, helping to ground us. Let's shift the weight to the yellow flowers. Lift the opposite heel, flying balancing crane. Inhale, feel light. And then sink, feel heavy. That's level one. Level two, we balance. It doesn't have to be high. It's fine to dab. But you imagine yourself as a crane. If you want more, float the knee up higher. And if you're wobbling, know that that's okay. What happens when we wobble? I'm going to show you a wobble. I get off balance. What happens? Whoa, my core engages, my muscles engage. So actually, when we balance, it strengthens us. So sometimes it's good to, try this off balance. And there's who cares. But if you want to look very pretty and beautiful, like in the Karate Kid. One of my favorite scenes is there's one woman, she's on a post, and I've been to the temple in the Wudong Mountains, and she's like this. And then she starts to do the crane. And I just love that scene. So I like to imagine I'm this lovely woman being able to do this on a post, thousands of feet up. Let's do one more each side. And place your wings over your belly. Thank your inner crane. Know that balance is a huge part of life. We don't want to fall as we get older. We can bounce when we're youngsters, but we don't bounce so well when we're more mature. Let's lengthen the spine. Take a slow, deep breath. Smile to your mind. And then shake it out. We're going to go into white crane, spreads her wings one more time. I'm not going to say anything. Have fun. Become the crane. And let's go. Let yourself drift. Let your muscles soften. Relax your belly. Relax your shoulders. Smile to your mind and notice your state of mind. I find white crane very relaxing, very peaceful. All right. Transitioning, moving into the 5 element Tai Chi, emotional transformation. I was going to do it to music, but I'm thinking I'll wait till next week. So our last class is our last class, and we'll do it to music. So today we'll remind everybody what we're doing, and then next week we'll just do it and find that peace that we get when we're working with music, and it becomes a beautiful dance. So bring your feet together. Think about the yin beneath you, the yang above you, the meeting at the heart. Remind yourself you are a human with a deep breath. And we invite optimal emotional health. Let's shift the weight into the yellow flower leg. So, and remember, we rise our hand, we raise the foot, and then we take a small step. Shift the weight to the flowers, white flowers. And we open. And then we pull silk out of the cocoon. I like to do that a couple times at least. It starts the flow of the yin and the yang. Imagine energy flowing up and out your head, and then light flowing down through your body into the earth. One more time. This time we float up towards the lungs. We find our Tai Chi ball. And we play the accordion 3 times. Inhale, exhale, compress. Waking up our lungs, the metal energy, metal element, shiny, valuable. The palms face down as if we're wiping a table. Bending the knees, we gather any grief. We let it flow out of our hands like a gentle rain. Shame, regret, wishing things were different, resistance, we gather it and we let it go. Let's gather accepting what is. Inspiration. Let's embrace tiger, crossing one wrist over the other. The hands come onto the lungs. Deep breath in. Thank you, lungs. Return to the mountain. Pulling silk out of the cocoon. We'll cleansing. Yin up, yang down. Let's take one arm, drape it across your kidneys, moving into the water element. The other hand, palm is out towards the screen. We think, we survey, we gain wisdom and knowledge, and we scoop up water. We scoop up fears, and they flow out just like water does. You can inhale as you gather, exhale, observe, become wiser, know that it's safe. Surveying the landscape. When we trust that everything's going to be okay, we can relax and not be so fearful. Last one. And this time we helicopter, placing the other arm across the kidneys. Same thing. We look from a different point of view. Maybe we miss things. If we always look from one perspective, there's so much we're missing. So we invite our senses to turn on and look at things from a different way. Scooping up fears and doubts, letting it go, knowing everything turns out just as it's supposed to. Last one. And you can rest your hands on your kidneys. Relax. Take a deep breath as you thank your kidneys. And this, when we take our hands and we slide, we're actually moving energy out of our kidneys, letting go of fear and doubt. And we slide all the way to the earth, composting. And then we pull silk out of the cocoon, that nourishment, wisdom. Thank you, kidneys. Return to the mountain, palms down, know you're safe. Let's ball the hands, make fists. Inhale. Exhale, sink, bend your knees, slow motion punch, release, palm down. And then we rise up, roll the wrist palm up, and we capture something beautiful. This is the wood element. We let go of anger, grudges, and we receive the gift of forgiveness and kindness. We let go of rigidity in our thoughts and our beliefs. And we bring in flexibility, that things might be different, open-mindedness. Let's do one more slow. Think of anything that made you angry, release it, goes beyond the horizon. And you bring it back, forgiveness and kindness and love. And then we begin to go fast so we can get our juices going. Exhale through the mouth, make a sound like a locomotive. Pump your knees. Couple more. And then we begin to slow it down. And then we bring back forgiving ourselves, forgiving others, forgiving those who have passed before us. Maybe we still hold on to anger. Let it go. Let's do one more. Giving yourself the gift of forgiveness, kindness, and then we do a gentle punch to the earth. Bring your hands to your right side. I'll be your mirror. Thank you, liver. Thank you, gallbladder. Breathing in forgiveness and kindness. Release, come back to the mountain. Let's pull silk out of the cocoons. And we move into the fire element. Well, we've already worked with the phoenix and the rising out of the fire. So here we look for joy and we bathe ourselves with joy. Look for love. And as we bathe ourselves with love, we're pushing hate out. Inhale up. Exhale. Look for patience. As we bathe ourselves with patience, impatience leaves. And think about how you could be more creative. Living one's life is a creative art form, I think. And when we create, it makes our hearts happy. Sometimes we get stuck. We just don't know what to do, where to turn. So we look for those creative juices to inspire us, that spark of insight, wisdom. Let's do one more on each side. Bringing in your passions for life, your joy. Know that you're loved. Let's embrace tiger, placing the hands over the heart. Thank you, heart, the fire element. Let's return to the mountain. Let's pull silk out of the cocoon. And moving to the earth element, We touch our thumbs and our index finger, and we place the thumbs into the navel, the earth element, the spleen and stomach, how we digest information and food. Stomach's for that. Spleen is all about how we digest information, our lives, what comes into them. Then there's the react and response. Do we react or do we pause, take a deep breath, and choose how we respond? And so here we let the arms come out in front. Let's hold by the heart, gazing through your window. We're looking for clarity. We're looking for peace and letting stress go. Look up. Let's twist to one side, looking through your window. Coming back to center. Let's inhale here. And then exhale, twist, as if you could squeeze it all out, all stress, all worry, all anxiety. Inhale, peace, peace of mind. Let's squeeze out confusion. Inhale, clarity. Looking through your window, last time we twist. Coming back to center. Looking through your window as you guide it down, let's pause at the third eye. Breathe your intuition to the back of the brain. And then we lower and place the thumbs back into the navel, bringing that peace of mind and clarity right into our bodies. Place your hands on your left rib cage where the spleen and stomach are. Thank you. Relax, come back to the mountain. Let's inhale, pulling silk out of the cocoon, a beautiful cleanse, and soften. Let your whole body go limp. Any old emotions can leave the body. And then the yellow hand floats up as we do a version of cloud hands. I also like to think of it as the dragon washing its face. I like to come to the back of my head and push thoughts out of my mind. Imagine clearing the mind. It can be any thoughts, but for this particular form, I like to concentrate on self-criticism, self-judgment, judging myself too harshly, any self-pity. I think it's okay to have a pity party every now and then, but we don't want to be the people that dwell in self-pity. That's no fun. And we bathe ourselves, bathe your mind with your gifts, remembering who you are, why you're here, why people love you, how you're helpful. What role model are you? And you all are that. Breathe in confidence, knowing that you make the world a better place. Let's do a couple more. Smiling to yourself, clearing away any negativity about yourself, and bathing yourself with love and acceptance. Let's embrace tiger. Return to the mountain. And we go into a little squat as we gather the yin, the soft, the dark, the still, the nurturing, the wisdom. And we reach up to the yang as we gather the light, the inspiration, the blessings, the insights, that anything is possible. You can make this medicinal, bathing your bones and bloods with vitamins and minerals. Sometimes you can reach for answers, just guiding the energy. You don't have to know the answer, but we're asking the universe to guide in that information. You can make it gratitude. Thank you, beautiful Mother Earth. And you can thank the divine, you can thank angels, you can thank your relatives, ancestors. Let's do one more, however you want to use it today. This is self-nurturing devotion. Let's reach up for the light of our North Star, and we bathe ourselves with that light. Feel your body soften, softening the chest, the belly, the hips, the buttocks. Preparing to close, let's shift the weight to the white flowers. We float the arm, we float the foot. Place, shifting your weight onto the yellow flowered leg. And we close by reaching out with one hand to the past, reaching out to the future with the other hand. And just like water, none of it matters. And we bring ourselves to what matters most, which is right in our hearts, right the present moment. And that's what we honor. Very nice. Give yourself a little shake. Get some energy into your legs. And then let's sit down for the last few minutes. I invite you to connect to the earth and the sky again. Connect to everything around you. Close your eyes. Soften your temples and your eyes. Feel your neck and shoulders softening. And as you take a gentle breath, sense the chest rising, filling up, and then sense it relaxing back down. Let's breathe into the back of the lungs, sensing your shoulder blades. Thank you, lungs. The metal element. Accepting what is, inspiration, value. Let's see if we can breathe into our hearts. Thank you, heart. Breathing in the fire of the heart, your passions, your joy. And then on your right side, let's breathe right into the liver, the wood element. Remind yourself you are as flexible as a young sapling. You can forgive easily. You're kind to all. And you bend when necessary. Let's breathe into the spleen on your left side, the earth element. So we breathe in peace of mind, clarity. No stress, no tension, no worry. Let's breathe into our kidneys, lower back, right underneath the ribs, the water element. Reminding ourselves to be like water, to go with the flow, to trust that all will be well. Breathing in, I am fearless. Thank you, kidneys. Thank you, body. And thank you, thoughts and emotions. Knowing that you get to choose how to react to any situation that comes your way. Smile to your mind for it being calm and clear. Imagine your spirit hugging you. Soften your body. No resistance. Imagine the warmth of your spirit. Let yourself dissolve into this hug. You are loved. You are cherished. There's no judgment. You are loved unconditionally. Breathe in that wisdom. And then wiggle your toes and fingers. Coming back into your body. Opening your eyes. Let's make a little prayer hand. And I can see you all. Let's honor each other. Thank you for sharing this beautiful wisdom of how to transform our emotional health and how to become really healthy. And decide and choose to make the changes we need to make. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you coming. And if you have questions, we have time for some questions. If you don't want to be recorded, I can stop the recording and we can talk about it afterwards. And you'll have to unmute yourself if you have a question. Oh, hi, Kalia. You just have to hit the mute, unmute. There it is.
Thank you. I gotta go. Thank you.
Bye. See you next time.
Thank you for sending me recordings, but I didn't get the first session.
I sent it twice. I think that maybe there wasn't, I think there was a session that you thought maybe wasn't there. You know what? I'm going to stop the recording. And we can talk about it.
Okay.
I'm happy to send it again.
Okay,
Thank you,
just the
everybody.
first
See you next
one,
week.
the